New data on smoking is out on just how harmful it is for your health. Wall Street Journal's Ron Winslow has the results of 2 studies, one of which puts a number on finally on how many years you lose if you're a smoker. Ron, good morning.
Good morning.
So, okay, we already knew smoking was harmful.
We sure do.
We know that. So now what's
years
new?
Of studies.
What's new in these studies?
So I say there's
come out?
3 interesting things that are new. Part of is the sort of numbers that are put on this, but studies showed that you lose about a decade of life, men 12 years, women 11 years, if you smoke throughout your whole life compared if you've never smoked.
Now that's interesting because previous studies have suggested that men were at higher risk.
That's right.
But they were probably flawed, weren't they?
Well, the previous studies, women actually became serious smokers in the 60s, while men started becoming serious smokers during World War II. So it was like 20 years earlier. And now the data and the experience of smoking, women have finally caught up. And that's sort of one of the other new findings here, that women, and there's a lot of concern about more and more women beginning smoking at a young age. And so, now they are on a par. This is equality that they don't want.
What's so strange is, that seems like such a kind of obvious finding. You really needed, all these cohorts of women who started smoking to die in large numbers for us to really prove what we already knew?
You would think you probably don't, but it hasn't been previously found. And the way medical science works and the research works, you do work on do the work.
Need actual evidence before you come up with the finding. Now, one other thing we should say, a message out of these studies: it's never too late to quit. It's
never too late to quit. So if you start smoking, age 15 is actually about the average when people start. If you quit by 30, you've essentially gained back that decade that you would have lost if you had continued to smoke. If you're 40, it's 9 years you get back. And even at 60, if you quit at 60, you get 4 years back that you would otherwise have lost. So It's never too late to quit is one of the big messages, and we hear that all the time from public health people as well. But these studies just sort of put it in a kind of a dramatic new context, and I thought it was worth
mentioning. Give us
mentioning.
numbers to prove it.
Really.
Ron, thanks so much for joining us.